Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today I just want to go over some news in regard to 2026's Tfnation Minicon event in Manchester. But first, as always, I do have a Facebook page, Gojira Prime, where I do post images of the figures in my collection, links to any videos I do, and anything else I do find of interest. I also have a Blue Sky page, and obviously the YouTube channel as well. So if you do have the time, do please find those pages, hit like, hit subscribe, and do feel free to comment in anything I do post. So, if, like me, you are a long-standing Tfnation attendee, you know that for the last few years they've been doing these mini conventions, these little one-day events. The first one was in Manchester 3 years ago in 2023, and then they've also added Reading this year and last year also. All these events have gone down very, very well with the regular attendees, and also for a lot of people, it's their first introduction into Tfnation. It is well worth attending these little one-day events, because if you can't afford for whatever reason to make it to the main event that happens in August, or actually July this year, because it's actually Tfnation 2026 starts on July 31st, I believe. These are a great way for you to attend a little science fiction Transformers convention, get a taste of what the main event will be, and then you can decide if you do actually want to attend the big event in the summer holidays. So, Tfnation have posted this little event, this little news article about their upcoming event in Manchester, which is going to be on the 28th of March at the Pendulum Hotel. The Pendulum Hotel is where the 2025 event was held. It was the biggest venue they've had so far for a minicon. The first one was held at the Piccadilly Hotel just down from Piccadilly Station, and then the second event was held at another hotel down by the river. I can't remember what that hotel was called now, but let's just run through this. So, Minicon No More introducing TFN Manchester. So TFN Minicon Manchester was created to be a bite-sized taster of everything you love about our large summer event, bringing you all the best UK Transformers guests, traders, artists in a great community atmosphere. Typically, the guests at Tfnation, or the mini-events, I should say, tend to be the comic book writers and artists who do live here in the UK. They haven't just done Transformers, they have done all sorts. They've done G.I. Joe, Turtles, a whole slew of things. So if you are a fan of comic books from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, up to present day, check out the guys who attended this year's convention, because it's more than likely you have read some of their work or seen some of their artwork. We venue hopped a few times as the event has continued to grow over the years. Last year we found a venue with we love, complete with on-site hotel, bar and restaurant, multiple event halls and professional conference facilities. The thing is, all of that combined with more attendees each year, it's not so mini anymore. When TFN attendees are purchasing a ticket to one of our events, we want to be sure there's no confusion about whether they're signing up for a true minicon, the summer behemoth that is Tfnation, or something in between. That calls for a rebrand. We've considered all manner of transforming names, but we settled on something much simpler, something which celebrates the vibrant fan community which makes this event possible. TFN Manchester. Same fun event, same amazing attendees, snappier name. Look out for ticket and guest announcements soon as Tfnation rolls out to the Pendulum Hotel on Saturday, the 28th of March 2026. So basically, the minicon is not so mini anymore. When I attended the first minicon, it was a very small event.
Nominal cosmic powers!
It was in one room, quite compact, and very, very warm because of all the bodies that were packed in there. The second venue was a bigger event, slightly bigger, not too far from the city centre itself. And this year's event at the Pendulum Hotel was much, much bigger again. It actually took out 3 rooms in the hotel. There were 2 dealer rooms, one for dealers, themselves, shops that you've heard of before, and one for the Forge, people who make their own Transformers based merchandise. And then you had a lecture hall where all the panels were being held. So the Minicon has grown quite a bit. It's still nowhere near the size and scope and scale of the main event that's held in August, but it has, I think, definitely grown beyond what Tfnation had intended it to, which is in some ways a good thing, in some ways a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means that Tfnation is reaching a much broader audience than before, which means it needs a bigger venue than before. The downside is, obviously, with a bigger venue, there are additional costs that Tfnation are probably having to absorb, which means it could potentially push up the price of your admission. Now, I don't think a small increase is going to put people off in any way, shape, or form. If it is an increase, hopefully it's only going to be an increase of something like £5, something like that. But I think it's still worth it. £45 for entry. Like I say, I've been to every single one of the Manchester Minicon events, and they are very fun days. I've enjoyed it. It's nice to sit around a table or sit in a lecture hall with people and talk about a common interest, like Transformers and other toy IPs, brands that you're into as well. I'm glad they're sticking with the same hotel 2 times running. Sometimes it can be a bit daunting trying to find your way around Manchester looking for a hotel you've never even heard of before. But I have a rough idea where I'm going now with this particular hotel. So, yeah, 28th of March 2026, it's marked in my calendar. They do say that they are going to be putting up information soon in regard to the ticket prices and the people who will be coming. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to a TFN event. It's the only convention that I really go to is Tfnation. So aside from toy shows and stuff like that, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. Let me know in the comments section. Are you going to TFN Manchester this year? Have you ever been to TFN before? Or if you haven't been to TFN before, if you've got any questions from someone who's been to multiple events, please ask me questions in the comments section, or even better yet, do reach out to Tfnation themselves. They are very, very approachable. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a very, very nice day.